Welcome to Cocktails and Conversations. I'm Capricorn Rose. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. So today I just wanted to touch on this Claressa Shields and this ugly girl subscriber spiel that had our girl crashing out the other day. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play the clip. I'm going to stop it from time to time just to give a little commentary on it. But I will say, the lady wasn't calling Claressa ugly, per se, her aesthetics, because Claressa's not an ugly woman. But I do believe that she was more or less saying that Claressa is acting desperate. But we'll see. We'll take a look at it and then let me know what you guys think.
Hear me out, but she got ugly girl syndrome, and we all seen it. We all see it, and no tea to nobody, no tea to nobody. But this is just what I call it. I call it ugly girl syndrome because okay, this is what I used to have, and I don't think I'm ugly. But I noticed a long time ago, ugly girls and fat girls treat a relationship different. They will cook, clean, do everything, wash. They do all of the things. They treat the guy like a king because I can't do any better.
Now I will say I can agree with that in part, right? That ugly girls or fat girls would have to overly compensate, right? They have to kind of do extra, to keep a man. But we can say the same thing about girls that are not fat or girls that are not dark-skinned or girls that are not ugly. So that's only, I'm only going to agree with that in part because trust me, not all fat girls got to do that. I'm sorry, they just don't. Because don't let these men fool you. They be out here fucking fat bitches. Word on the curb is fat bitches got good coochie. Shit. And ugly bitches suck good dick. I don't know. But all I'm saying is I'm not necessarily going to just agree 100% solely that Claressa Shields is behaving this way because she's aesthetically challenged, or she was aesthetically challenged. All right, but let's take a look at it, y'all. I'm not sure.
I'm lucky that you even came over here. We see it time and time again, where the guy thinks he is the prize, and you lucky I'm talking to you. She has ugly girl syndrome. What happens in ugly girl syndrome when a girl thinks that, oh my God, I'm so ugly, or I have not. She's built. We're watching her building her. We are watching her build her confidence. But the problem is she's building it in response to a man. She's not building it in response to women. So it's allowing her to become male-centered, but male-centered in a way that she probably has never, ever really been able to come.
I agree that we're watching her build her confidence in 4K. I do believe that. But Claressa doesn't give me desperate. I don't think Claressa is desperate. I believe she can have any man she chose to have. She's rich, she's young, she doesn't have any children. So she's not going to give me desperate. Arrogant, yeah. Loud, yeah, of course. Aggressive, but not in a negative way. Yeah, she's all of those things. But desperate and like pap, like she's lucky to have pap. I don't know, maybe. I mean, let's go ahead and listen a little bit further and we'll see if I could kind of tie into this whole idea that Claressa has this ugly girl syndrome.
We see this happen, and it does not. Dark girls who are not traditionally, well kept, and who got the moms who make sure they're in the best outfits, their hair done, all of those things. They are hated upon in the world.
I don't know if I agree with that either. I'm not exactly sure, right? Because everybody has their own experience as it relates to, society, and maybe society being a bit colorist or I don't know, prejudiced or whatever you want to call it. Because wouldn't any child, dark or light, whose mother or their caregiver didn't pour into them and didn't keep them up and didn't get them to value hygiene and aesthetics and the way that they looked and carried themselves, wouldn't they be at risk of being, bullied too, as it relates to society or as it relates to, just to the world? Why would it have to be a darker skinned woman? So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. But let's see. Claressa responded. So let's see what she had to say, y'all.
No, I have I whoop your ass syndrome. I have I beat a bitch up, I beat a nigga up syndrome. I have.
Okay, now, girl. Now, you got a line for this. Have you guys noticed that the only way she really knows how to respond or her way to describe resolution and things is with violence or fighting and things like that? Have you guys noticed that? I'm like, that is her only form of problem solving. But I will say this. I'm sure you will beat some bitches' asses. I mean, shit, maybe my ass included. I don't know. But we know that, sis. So just know that ain't no civilian gonna let you walk up on them and whoop their ass without having a showstopper. Okay, so let's lay off the threats. She's good at that. She's always talking about who ass she can beat and who ass she will beat. Girl, leave it in the ring, baby. That's where we want to see it. Let's move on.
I love my man syndrome. I wear what the fuck I want to wear, even though y'all say that I can't dress syndrome. Like, what make you, like, how could you say that I have ugly syndrome? I have ugly girl syndrome. What are you talking about? I have get money syndrome. I don't bother nobody syndrome. Like, how can you say that I have some type of syndrome that you're talking about when I don't bother nobody? I wear what I want. I make my own money. I'm successful. I mind my fucking business. And y'all steady come bothering me, but I'm the one that got, no.
Okay, now some of this I don't agree with. Now, I don't know about you mind your business and you don't bother nobody. I feel like you were over there trying to bully Alicia Baumgarten and you were mocking Shadeja Green when she lost her fight. I mean, I know some of that stuff is in good sportsmanship, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You put those people, that lady and those kids, you put them out of the toy drive back at Christmas time and stuff like that. And you couldn't. I don't know. I don't know about that. But I mean, it's your story. You're sticking to it.
I beat your ass syndrome. I whoop a bitch. I whoop a nigga. I love my man syndrome. Because it's whatever Papoose says goes. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where it gets kind of sticky at, because all that it's whatever Pap says goes. Yeah, and I get that, but I don't know. I mean, this is a married man, and you're out here being loud and boisterous about it, right? And he's really not doing the same thing. I've seen him recently, post you on his social media and stuff like that. But come on, sis, man, as a woman. Yeah, it's just not a good look. That kind of behavior and stuff like that tells a man, exactly what he needs to know. You put yourself in a vulnerable space. You're putting your feelings all out there on the line. Now, I don't know what the man is telling you, in your bed and all that stuff. I really don't know. That's between you all. But I will tell you like this. Yeah, that's really not a flex like that. It's not the flex that you think that it is.
Right? I have that syndrome. I don't fucking. How can I have when you say ugly girl syndrome? Know that that's somebody who's a hater. Somebody who's constantly attacking people. Somebody who is making up things about people. Somebody who's not bothering them. They go and bother them. That is what ugly girl syndrome is. Also, ugly girl syndrome is calling a girl that's pretty ugly. So a lot of y'all have that. Because I know damn well that I'm not ugly, but the amount of times that I see it, y'all keep saying it to me because y'all want me to believe it.
Well, that's it, y'all. But in closing, I would say, in my opinion, no, Claressa Shields does not have the ugly girl syndrome per se, right? Because again, like as I mentioned earlier, we can say the same thing for Cardi B. We can say the same thing for Lotto and things like that. So they do have the my man, my man, my man. And for these women, I hate that for them. I hate that for them that these men get to, walk around here and, be put up on these pedestals, and these women, they go out their way, to try to let the world know and express their love and I'm assuming their commitment to these men, and they don't reciprocate. They don't do the same in return. And that should be enough. But I mean, I guess, they'll get it. They'll get it one day, or hopefully they'll get what they're looking for. But I will say that Claressa Shields is a competitive person. Now, when it comes to her boxing, that's a good thing. You're the go. Get in there, do your thing. You're a beast. You're a dog up in there. Yeah, do your thing. But she's in competition with everybody, in my opinion. She's, puts herself up against Layla Ali, and, she puts herself up against the Sedajas and Alicia and everybody. She's always calling people broke and always talking about how much money she has. And usually when people are doing that, it's a form of insecurity. I will say this, Claressa, we see you, sis. Keep doing your thing. Get in that ring. And just do your thing. Just box. And this that's all I'm gonna say about that. We got some up and coming people that's coming your way. About 4 or 5 years, a young Krishan Rock might be ready for you, because she's young and she a dog too. So you keep your eyes on the prize. All right, y'all. This has nothing to do with my opinion on her sleeping with a married man, but I'm gonna go ahead and save that for another video. save that for another day, because you guys like to move the goalposts. I ain't about to, I'm not about to go back and forth with y'all on that. Some of y'all feel like it's okay, to sleep with a married man, depending on if it's your fave, or some people feel like it's okay for married women to go and sleep with other men when they're not fully divorced. But I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that there. I might come back and revisit on that. But I do want you guys to drop down in the comments, like, share, and subscribe. So that way you guys know when I drop another video. All right. Happy Friday. Until then, I'm gone.